Oh, wow. I sound low. I feel like I'm low. Hold on, what's going on here? What is going on here? We gotta do what we're doing. We gotta do what we're doing when we gotta do what we're doing. I'm gonna pop this water because it's effing hot outside. It's like not even hot, it's hard. It's hard outside. Oh my God, and then I get to hear my own voice? What the hell? What hell is this? Sorry, you guys, but I appreciate you guys for listening to my voice. Talking shit, getting clicks, original podcast. I am Mo 3 times, and on real, this is what we're gonna call it. No, definitely not. Why are they playing me? Whatever. Being just a mess. Just being a mess with this attempt on former President Donald J. Trump's life. You know what I mean? I feel like really low. Maybe my headphones are. Oh no, there we go.
That shit, yo, bro, think about what you just discovered.
Just think about what you just discovered. All right, I'm not gonna go too crazy into this, but of course, I'm definitely going crazy. But you see Jussie up there, because it's Donald J. Trump. The J stands for Jussie. Some of you guys might pronounce it Juicy.
Don't argue. Listen.
Right? But I think you guys saw earlier, and if you haven't, let's just go right back through it. It is a quick 6-minute video. We're live right now. You know, I'm gonna do a little time with you. And let me just play it back.
Up the roof.
Let's go for it. That's perfect. That's a perfect timing right there. Because now we can go for it. Now I'm gonna throw it up here on the main, and let's just play it. That's my dog, by the way.
But, you know, everything changed in that moment.
Yep, this is Salina
and
Zito.
Abby, you have covered his events before.
All right, so this is for the video that I posted earlier. It was scheduled to come out today, earlier around noon. Hope you guys watched it. If you didn't, go check it out. This is Salina Zito. She was there when there was an attempt on the former president's life, and basically she's just being interviewed, and she said that she was able to make arrangements with the president. She was supposed to do an interview with him that day, right after the rally. She mentions that her daughter is a journalist, but because of everything that went down, she wasn't able to get that interview. However, Donald Trump was gracious enough to give her a call, and, you know, she was able to ask some questions. Now, that is why she was on, major news just the other day. All right. So what I want to tell you about this video that I posted at noon, and I'm going to go by the title is Donald J. Trump, Proof That Attempt on President's Life May Have Been Staged. I mean, what's in the name? John Jabrowski, or whatever the guy said. Whatever the man said. Some people are saying it's a little baity. And I'm not talking about Warren. I'm talking about Fresh Fish style. But that's whatever. I think that there is a lot of video evidence that's coming out. I was watching earlier as this video was was downloading, I was watching a lot of other content creators out there and digital journalists, and they were gathering a lot of cell phone footage from the event that took place in Western Pennsylvania. And one of the things that really struck me when we were doing this, when I was going through, just this information, this is like, now there's a couple things that, like right now as I'm speaking, I haven't been watching the news for the past, I'm going to say the past 8 hours. So if there's been any updates at all, please let me know. But just from I haven't been hardcore watching news. I've been perusing. But one of the key points that comes in is this gentleman's interview right here with BBC. It's a Trump supporter that's from the area, came out to go see the rally. Like a lot of people that were there were people inside the rally, but obviously he had the PA set up and the video screen set up. So there were a lot of people that decided, to hang back and not actually go in a rally, but to hang outside and just listen, soak up in all that crowd of good energy, do a little parking lot pimping, if you know what I mean. Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second here. I know. I can't help it. I can't help it. Blah, 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 blah. I want to get. I got chat select on. I don't want to do that. There we go. How about that? How about we do it that way? So I'm just setting up right now, basically. If anybody wants to talk about the video, you guys can call in. And the phone number is 313-825-5557. There is a lot of talk going around these digital streets all damn day that this attempt on the former president's life may have been WWE style. And I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past them. And there are a lot of questions that I have. Now let me tell you this. If somebody comes out and was like, this is this and this is this, and these questions are answered, then I have no problem saying, all right, what's up, love? I have no problem saying, all right, this is just what it is, and that's the report. But how many of us trust official governmental reports? I don't want to take this channel into like a conspiracy type of deal. Whatever, we can go there though. But what I do want to do is just like, wow, there's a lot of good things that happen for this man. And I think, first of all, I think that Donald Trump was really coasting towards a victory anyway. In late 2024, he's going to be president in 2025, January 20th, 2025 to be exact, right? Just because of the outpour and overpour of infighting that we now see that's going on in the DNC, them going back and forth with Joe Biden, who is actually getting older and showing his age, and they're questioning whether he can survive to be president for another 4 years. Joe Biden is merely 3 years older than Donald Trump, but when you're looking at them in a debate and when you're looking at them physical wise, Donald Trump looks 15 years younger than Biden. Right? For a disclaimer, I am not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I am independent. I think that this election is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. and probably one of the worst things that has happened in American history, of the American history that I know. One of the worst things. I mean, president-wise, there's been a lot of this kind of BS, throughout history. But like this year is just like, this is what we got, and this is what we got. All right, so I am telling you right now, this is where I'm leaning towards. Love was there when we found out this news Saturday in damn near real time. Like we were hanging out at an event, and phones weren't out. We were just talking, having conversations and stuff with a group of people, and started getting alerts and started seeing that, hey, this is going on. And Love will tell you guys that, within the first 5 minutes of hearing this and seeing the video footage, I was like, yo, this don't look right. It looks a little suspicious. You know what I mean? So I know when you hear that, I put Donald J. Trump proof that attempt on president's life may, keyword may, have been staged. Like, yeah, I put that out there. Is it a little clickbaity? If you want to believe that, all right, you got me. But please realize that when I say these things, is that it's coming from an authentic place. I'm not just here just talking. It's called talking shit, getting clicks, and I'm going to talk my shit, but I'm not going to bullshit you. And I don't really, right now, in my current state of thought, with what I have seen in the interviews that I have seen, and just both professional and anecdotal knowledge that I'm going off, this looks fishy. Caro, what's good? Like, this just looks fishy to me. I don't want to be that guy. Believe me, guys, I don't want to be that guy. But if we're talking JFK, come on. Everybody's got to be that guy. And if you're not that guy talking JFK, then something's wrong with you. But when the assassination on John F. Kennedy happened, let me tell you what, overwhelmingly people were like, it's this guy, this is what happened, lone shooter, blah, 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 front and to the left, grassy knoll, whatever. It was what it was. Anybody that was saying that, hey, outside forces could have did this, forces inside the government could have did this, other, people could have had their hands in doing this. People were not trying to hear that shit at this time. So when I'm coming out telling you right now that this whole thing looks like a effing hoax, and just going through it and looking at, these are interviews from people that were at Donald Trump's rally, that wanted to be there, that were supporters, fans, people that were going to vote for Donald Trump. These were his people out there. And they are telling a story right now that in their eyes looks like a severe lack of professionalism and security from the Secret Service. But when you're looking, knowing the capability of a Secret Service and just like basic shit that they got wrong during this, it is gross negligence at best, and at worst, some type of, I'm not going to use the T word, I'll just use the F word because it's easy, fuckery. It's either that or it's that. The more I see, the more I have questions. Love. Let me tell you something about me and Love. All right. Let me tell you about the Mode 3 times love affair. This isn't one of those. We got one of those opposites attracts type of things here. If I go out on a limb, when I go out on a limb and I go in these crazy Mel Gibson type conspiracy theories, she's the one that usually reels me in. She is the better half, except when it comes to a couple of things. But for the most part, she has to like reel me in on these things. So when I get love and her eyes are open and like, yo, this kind of looks weird too, and hey, like I don't get that, or she has questions, these questions aren't being answered, then hell, I gotta go live. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm an adult. I understand how this works. I understand local elections, local politicians. Get your money, do for you, be for self. I understand that. I get it. I get it. Be self-sufficient. You won't have to worry about presidents and everything like this. But to sit here and ignore it on that type of basis, we're not even going to go there. We're not going to go there. We're not going to. Kato said she was listening earlier and it got cut. They're out there. They're out there trying to get me. It is something Flash. It is something flashback. They're trying to get me. So, all right. So I played this video. Let's go through this video. I'll go through it with you. Please also look at my kick-ass production on this. I did that. I did this editing.
But you know, everything changed in that moment. And Abby, you have covered his events before. When you watch him at a rally, he always looks forward. Always looks forward.
He always looks forward. Always looks forward.
He never.
Now, Mrs. Zito is telling you something. Now, listen, I've watched some Trump rallies. I could have sworn I've seen him tilt his head right or left, but I'm not somebody that's just watching Trump 24/7. I'm not a fan of him or anything. I don't know his tendencies. I haven't been to, I'm not like a groupie that goes to, a Trump groupie that goes to rallies. No disrespect to anybody that goes to his rallies. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. I'm just trying to illustrate that I don't watch these events other than like the little clips that I get to see on CNN or Fox News or YouTube or something like that. And every now and then when he's talking, I'll listen because he is an entertaining guy. I'm not going to lie about that. But I do take her word for it when she says that, yo, like I've been to all these rallies and this is what he does and this is what I've never seen before. And if she says that she's never seen that man turn his head right or left, like he's turning his head right or left before he gets shot, then yo, I am bringing that up as something that we need to look further into.
And the brand is just him. He lives in this world
Like,
where there's just him.
Let me know if you guys understand where I'm going with that. If one of Trump's is like #1 fans. What was that lady's name in Misery? Not Annie. It was Kathy Bates played. What's her name? Whatever. But she was James Caan's, rest in peace, #1 fan, hitting him with that sledgehammer in his feet, keep him there. Right? If Zito's like that, if she's Trump's #1 fan, she says, yo, I've never seen him do this, I've never seen him do that. Another thing she never saw him do was use charts. She said she never saw him use charts and graphs at his rallies. And that's funny because later on today when I was listening to, when they were showing extra additional like cell phone footage and interviews that were being done at that time, one specifically was a doctor. There was a doctor at the. Yo, his interview was so good. You guys gotta watch it. I believe it was a CNN interview where somebody that was in attendance happened to be a doctor and was trying to provide aid to one of the shooting victims from the quote unquote assassination attempt. Right. So what he says is that he goes up and he says that, hey, I'm a doctor. He has his Trump gear on. He said it's his first rally he had ever been to. He said he saw the man hurt and was going to go render aid and let him know that he was a doctor. Nobody believed him, but he went in there and took over like he was like a first triage EMT type of guy, to the point where he was like, yo, I give it to those guys because, you know, they really work hard to keep people alive, to get them to the hospital for, you know, people like me to work on them and operate on them. You know, this guy seemed, you know, like coherent. He sounded like a stand-up type of guy. And he said that during that rally, when the shooting took place, Donald Trump had been talking about immigration, and Donald Trump was pointing to a graph and a chart. So what I take from that is a possibility. Come on, guys. Let me tell you what. Like, I believe that there's, you know, voodoo and sick shit and magic out there. like that, but I don't believe that that's something that our United States government has. I mean, they might have some type of scientific military type of weapon that looks like magic to us, but honestly, I think that they would deal in sleight of hand. The eye is quicker than the hand. I mean, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. The hand is quicker than the eye type of things. And it seems like in this case, to me, at this very moment that I'm speaking to you at 8:31 p.m. on July 15th, 2024, that there was some.
Look at me out here dodging raindrops, Mo.
I dodged nothing. So when he says that, at the point that he's getting shot, he's also trying to motion to a graph, which is taking everybody's attention towards the slide that he never uses, as told by Mrs. Zito. What do you think? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Never use it. On this day, he decides that he's going to use charts and graphs. Do we believe in coincidences? Or is that too left field? Am I an a-hole for saying that, hey, that's something to pay attention to? If yes, I'm the a-hole, please let me know. Please call in 313-825-5557. If you're like, hey, you may not be right, but yeah, that's interesting. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a subscribe. I take it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to waste your time. This is all I'm saying. Like, I'm not fooling with you guys. I'm not saying that, oh, it was staged just to get some clicks or some views or anything like that. I'm saying it's staged because it literally, like, appealed to me early in the game that, yo, this shit just don't look right. It don't pass the eye test. It doesn't pass the eye test. Now I get it. Like, I look at a certain car, like I'm interested in getting like a certain type of car. Let's say like a fucking Hyundai Genesis or some shit like that. I'm looking at a Hyundai Genesis and I'm like, damn, I really like that car. So as I'm driving around, it occurs to me that I keep seeing more and more Hyundai Genesis. Now, did it just happen that I like more Hyundai Genesis, so AI decided to put some more out in the street for me? Yeah, maybe in the future that might happen. But right now, I don't think that's happening. But what could possibly be happening is because Hyundai Genesis is on the front of my mind, I am more likely to identify one when one crosses my way. You know what I mean? And I have to absolutely positively question myself with this because, listen, I don't think anything that I want to, first of all, I want to establish that I'm being serious about this. I want you all to know that I am also questioning myself about this. This is not something that I delight in or I take, just like joy in presenting, but I got to keep it a buck with my peoples out there talking shit, getting clicks more 3 times. That's who I be. Again and again. All right. So, all right, we talked about we talked about the chart that he never uses being there. The same chart that he never uses being there when he indicates to the chart split seconds before being shot at. Yeah, right? I might have a little confirmation bias. Hey, I'm putting that out there. I might have confirmation bias. I don't want anybody to be offended by, what I'm putting out here. I do want you guys to listen to these points I make. And if you have like counterpoints or anything like that, whatever can bring us to a more accurate conclusion. But then there's something also that, listen, and like I said, I haven't been straight watching the liberal news media for the past 8 hours. I've been doing things, but I have not heard any type of doctor confirm or deny any of Donald Trump's injuries. Like, you would think that if somebody had an assassination attempt and you seen that blood was drawn from our president, that he would go to a hospital, which he went to right away, I would suppose. I mean, this shit happened on, excuse my language, this happened on Saturday. It is now Monday night. And I have seen no images of my president's ear. I don't know if it's got like a bullet burn mark on there. I don't know if it has a Mick Foley type of razor blade type of nick there. We don't know if it was a piece of the bulletproof glass that was supposedly surrounding the podium. We don't know. We don't know. 2 whole days. President's alive. President has put messages out, but no chief surgeon or anything came in front of the press and said, "Hey, this is what happened." We went into the president came in. We sat him down. We cleaned his wound. It looked superficial. We looked at it. It did look like there was some burn marks on there, possibly from a blah 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 caliber bullet passing through his earlobe, or we cleaned out a little glass. We didn't think there was a need for stitches, so we threw a little glue on there, little Band-Aid, gave him a lollipop, and sent him on his way. We didn't get any of that, guys. Aren't we supposed to get that as the American people? Am I wrong for that? Let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong. But we didn't get any of that. No injury report. No injury report. Like if effing Lamar Jackson's not playing on Sunday, I have to know. Like, there's a rule where I have to know that he's not going to play on Sunday. If he's day to day to be determined, they're going to tell me that, along with the injury, and he's just the quarterback for the Ravens. But up 95, a couple of miles down 95, a couple of miles sits the one of the most powerful men in the world, his home seat. Oh my God. Well, back up 95, because I think Trump's in Bedminster, New Jersey, or some shit like that. That's where he's living out of. I'm sorry, I'm not doxing him. Everybody's been saying that. That's where I'm getting that news. All right, but I say that to say that these are just the points here. I don't even know why I'm defending myself. It doesn't really matter. I don't care. No one likes us. We don't care. That's the motto. This is what I will do for you right now, though. I'm going to play this beautiful techno music that I love so much, and while I do that, I will bring up phone calls. Fair is fair. Seems to me that democracy dies a little bit a day, every day, so I give a show where you're free to talk your shit. First Amendment, but we still got ruled by YouTube, so it's kind of not First Amendment. You can't say every crazy thing, but you get what I'm saying. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Oh, I did. I sneezed. And I annoyed my dog at the same time. Excuse me. And I stuffed my nose at the same time. It's crazy. I cut like an acre of grass today, push mower style. We got the rider mode started though. I'm sweating again, by the way. Love.
Number and press pound.
What's my show number? It's pound.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Callan Studio web interface. Audio recording is on.
Yeah, that has me going. That gets me going. All right. First of all, doggy, we are doing business here. So get in your chair. Go sit in your chair. Stop trying to get me treats. We are on the air right now. You see that sign on. It's the on-air sign goes on in the stew like it's the hot sign at Krispy Kreme. He sees this. And he knows we're beefing because he threw up a whole, a serving of French fries. Like, he threw it up on his bed. Like, on his new bed that I had just washed. He threw it up. this dog, like whole ass fries. And I wasn't mad at the throw up necessarily. Like that it pissed me off because I'm like, oh my God, I gotta clean up throw up. Who likes to clean up throw up? But what peeved me was that he don't chew nothing. They came out straight like if I had gave the box, it would have came out every fry perfectly in the box. Still, it came out in his vomit. He doesn't chew anything. He's crazy. Like whole ass fries, like like a long fry. It's not like a shoestring fry. They are thick. They're not thick as a steak fry, but like in between a steak fry, like they got like, and there's a long like catch a fry and it's like 6 feet long. I mean that's 6 feet. Like you got a fry that's like 4 inches long. All right, maybe 3-inch fry that he threw up that came out perfectly, no breaks, nothing. This is what I'm dealing with.
Get me out here dodging raindrops,
That's what I'm dealing with.
You're literally acting like an op. As if I don't have enough of those already, bro.
First of all,
All right. So let's get, and this is the video I'm doing. You guys can really get the video.
To his left, and he had put a screen up that showed a chart. Also, never does charts.
Yo, if you look at that, hold on.
A screen up that showed a chart.
Look. He looks like I'm telling you, he hit it. Oh my God. Because, this is a former president. I know he's polarizing. I know that he's got millions and millions and millions of people that love him. I know that, like, talking ill of President Trump on the internet is not the best thing. I know that all the ones that get all of the dough and all of the hits and all of the followers and all of that, I know that they sing his praises, but I can't do it. I can't do it because I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. All right? Forgive me as I forgive you. And I do forgive you. But oh my God, it's too deep. It's not that serious. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's democracy. All right, so he got shots fired at 6/11. Yo, this is what we were doing. This is what...
that showed a chart.
Look. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at his little hands. Excuse me. Like, I don't have to be so... That was petty, guys. The little hands thing was petty.
He had put a... He never looks to his right or to his left.
They're frozen. Nobody's... Is he flinching?
And he had put a
they got down when he got down.
That showed a chart. Also, never does charts.
Never does charts, guys. That's what I was talking about. That's what I spent 20 minutes talking about, him never doing charts. And then I told you how the doctor was saying that he was... What is this? Then I told you how the doctor said that, he was indicating to the chart, and everybody was looking at the chart when that shit happened. Like, hey, guys, look over there. When I move the shell around, the shell with the little P underneath. A hand is quicker than the eye. The hand is quicker than the eye. I could do another Donald Trump little hand joke, but I'm not going to do it because them little hands would be quick as. That's how quick they would be. Quick as. All right.
Something he never does, and as he looked to his right, the bullet grazed right past his face. And I was standing right there when it happened. And he said in that moment, he understood that everything
never
had
looks
changed
right
for the country.
I'm telling you, I've seen that same blood on Big John Stud. That same type of blood on Big John Stud, on Ric Flair, on Jake the Snake. When they get busted wide open with that razor blade, that quick little nick of the razor blade, boom. I believe that Donald Trump has been at a couple of WrestleManias. He used to, he's theatric. He's theatric. Is it possible? Is that possible? Is it possible that he just hit himself with the razor real quick? Especially because we're not seeing any type of medical shit with him. It could be possible. If I sound crazy, let me know. Hit me in the comments. If you disagree with me, give me a like. Share it with your other people that disagree. You guys hit me in the comments. I will fire back off at you. Unless you got a point, then I'm like, yo, you got a point there. Oh, that's right. You're right. Oh, that makes sense. But however, now we got a conversation going.
For the country and for himself. He said he was going to focus on bringing the country back together. I thought that it was very, very important.
I kept this last part in there because
when that happened to him, he understood this is what he wants to do, what he's thought about.
She said something about his people being there.
He wanted to project to people.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't about him at that moment. He wanted to project to those people, and he says he loves these people, and they are the backbone. This is a Rust Belt area.
Rust Belt.
Is a blue collar,
white. That's what she said.
Crowd.
I mean, she didn't have to clean that up. It was true. It was blue collar white people that was up there in their Rust Belt, Pennsylvania town. All right, you don't gotta clean it up. And yo, when she said that, I looked straight to the sister like, yo, I'm waiting for the eye cut, and she held it. There were little micro expressions there that I saw that I peeped from both of them, but whatever. Let's keep it going.
And he wanted to project he thought it was important to project to the country.
This, mind you, this is what Donald Trump said to this lady in an interview. Like, he wanted to project to the country. This is why he had to stand up and throw his fist out there.
In that moment, that everything was okay.
Let me tell you something, though. Let me tell you something. There has already been a run-in with Donald Trump and the Secret Service when Donald Trump was saying, yo, get me in here. I want to go down to the Capitol. And they were like, no, I'm not going down to the Capitol. And he had an argument with them. That was the rumor going around. Listen, when shots are fired, he is the president of the United States. He is the president of the United States, but now he is under the protection of the Secret Service, which means he's president of the United States, but technically whoever has the fucking the nicest radio and the bulletproof blazer is really in charge. You know what I mean? The bulletproof Yukon, Denali, whatever. Like, they are the real ones in charge. Once those shots are fired, it ain't no stop. Wait, let me put on my shoes. Motherfucker, those shoes get left there. You get dragged off that stage. You know what I mean? It ain't no hold up, wait up, choreographed dance there, hold up so I can throw my fist and get a photo opportunity or peek my head out so another sniper that we don't know could be or cannot be there. I mean, if you know that there's only one guy there that was supposed to do that to you, then I can understand you wanting to take that photo op, which is another point I'm making of it being proof that there was an attempt on, it may have been staged. Because who does that? What Secret Service allows the president to do that? Huh? Do I got to show you a video of the, oh my God, let me find a video of the Secret Service. The Secret Service ladies not knowing how to reholster their weapons and looking like straight actresses. I mean, I wasn't even gonna go ahead and say actress. I was gonna be like a little bit less petty, a little bit more professional with it. So we're not gonna go there. But there are videos on there as they're putting Donald Trump in the SUV, the bulletproof SUV to get out there. One of the Secret Service agent ladies is trying to holster a weapon, can't find it, can't find her holster. I mean, seriously, you wear a gun every day and you don't know, you can't drop your holster? You can't drop your gun in your holster? You can't do that with you can't no-look that? Come on. Or maybe they weren't Secret Service. Maybe he didn't have enough Secret Service and they were just police officers asked to dress up like Secret Service. You know? Because that holster is different when you're wearing some slacks than when you got the whole police belt on. That could be understandable there. And that's not even anything that's controversial. Like, I get it. Oh, he needs more Secret Service. Plus, it's a rally. He wants to look good. He wants to look like he has some more agents with him. Which, as him being the RNC nominee, being an ex-president, he should have Secret Service for the rest of his life. But when you're the nominee, you should have extra Secret Service. You know, you're traveling around, you're doing rallies and stuff like that. But really, right now is this video right here. And this was shown by the New York Post. And we know New York Post isn't one of the most reputable. They're not the New York Times, but New York Post be having some real ish on there. And they were able to get this video. And this is one of the go-to videos for a lot of people. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He did pick his vice president. He picked Buddy from Ohio. Yep, J.D. Vance. Yep, pick J.D. Vance. But this is a video that they're going with. This eyewitness on scene man crawl onto roof with a rifle shortly before Trump shot. I reiterate again, these people being interviewed, these witnesses are Trump supporters. This guy is rocking the Trump sun visor with the fake Trump hair. And the sun visor's from the 2020 joint. He's got it written, he's got the zeros blacked out with a Sharpie and got a 4 written on top of it. That's real fan type shit. Like and I don't think he's trying to say anything bad about Trump or trying to expose him, but in his his eyewitness little testimony that he's giving here to this newsman, he's telling us a lot. He's telling us a lot. And let's hear him.
You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farm and Greenhouse here, we had a party. And we all decided, hey, you know, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking, I'm estimating here, I have no idea, you know, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the.
I mean, he said army crawling, bear crawling. It's really not bear crawling. He would probably be low crawling because he was like sliding probably on his elbows and on his stomach. Not, never mind. It's not a big deal. I'm just being,
Roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police are like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on.
And the police are like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on.
Like, up until right now, this right here, the way he expresses and explains and describes the reaction to police, to telling police that there is there's a man climbing onto a roof with a rifle on his back, and the police are running around like they don't hear him and they don't know what's going on. That's kind of crazy. Would you agree with that? Could there be a lapse in the Secret Service? Could there be a lapse in the Secret Service? This is what they train for. I mean, in recent years, we've, had a controversy with them getting, working girls in Venezuela on trips and stuff and doing crazy things. But damn. These guys trained to be 100%. 100%. That's what a Washington insider said on Meet the Press on Sunday morning. They're trained, like a former Secret Service agent said, that they are trained to be 100% effective, because being 99% effective means that they failed. And yes, people make mistakes, but damn, a roof that's less than 100 yards from one of, not just a presidential candidate, a former president current presidential candidate who is extremely controversial and bombastic. And you don't have a spotter on those roofs. You don't have anybody else on it. You just have a two-man team. You have two-man teams. That's it. That's all you felt you needed there? Huh. You didn't think to have a roof covered that was in plain view of the president's podium. Huh. Okay. I'll hit play.
You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof, we can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they?
Yeah, why haven't they moved this man? There should have been guys rushing over to go inspect to see what's going on. Guys that go speak to the guys that are telling them something's going on, and then guys hopping on the radio saying something's not right. Something's not right. Whatever his Donald Trump's big, his presidential code name, his protection code name is, Big Mac 1, I would think. Big Mac 1. And then they go up there, they surround the podium, and they whisk him off stage. No? And I'm talking about you guys are talking about split second. They're trained to do this shit and react like that in split seconds. All right? That's what I'm saying. How many, they're trained to be 100%, and right now we're clocking already. Before the shooting even started, they're already at 94%. Are we serious? Does this happen? Or is this another coincidence? We got a chart that we never see charts. He's getting shot at while he's indicating at a chart, which would be him pointing at a chart would make everybody look at that chart that he's indicating to, that he's talking about immigration. Hey, look at this. The president. You're there to see the president. Your president says, hey, look at this. You guys aren't going to go look at that? Then ta-ta-ta. Oh, I heard it. I felt the whisper. I didn't see. He went down. That's all. It happened so fast. His head never turns left or right. Oh, today his head is turned left or right. Luckily, he turns his head right. Listen, all right. Like, one of my first little brain thoughts was, oh man, they got Bobby Lee Swaggart. They got him in the tower. He's 3 towns away. He's doing it with iron sights. He's going to shoot the president's earlobe off to make it look good. No. But then you see the motion, the hand motion. It looks like he put something back on a lectern before he's tackled to the ground. One witness says that before she saw him before he went to the ground, and when he got up, he was bleeding. She thought it was an injury because he got pushed to the ground. He was injured from being pushed to the ground. Secret Service lets him get. Secret Service is still taking, at this time, Secret Service no longer takes orders from the president in times like this. Secret Service gives orders to the president in times like this. The president ain't the president right now. You can't be president and have bullets flying at you right now. You can't. The Secret Service is in charge. Once shit hits the fan, the Secret Service is in charge, which is no, we're not going to get your shoes. No, we're not going to stand here so you can throw the fist of power up to the people and get a photo op. I'm not going to lie, craziest, the illest looking picture alive. I've seen the TikToks and the Instagrams when he looks like he's on a hip hop album. Parental guidance only. I'm not going to lie, it looks cool. A little too cool. Coincidence? All right, let's go.
Pulled him off the stage. I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes.
I'm standing there.
2-3 minutes. Yo, how did we go? We just went. Remember, guys, split seconds. We could kind of understand split seconds. Well, no, we are right now. We're not at even split seconds.
Cool.
We're at. You can literally make a hot pocket. You can literally make a hot pocket. And by the way, guys, guess what? Hot Pockets have gotten rid of that little bakery foil, that little magic foil that makes it crispy. They got rid of that. They got rid of it. And you could still, even with that, still cook it center hot, not cold center. Not scorch your mouth, then bite into coldness. But if you can cook a damn whole ass Hot Pocket, you can make a whole damn cup of noodles in a time. Is that Secret Service type professionalism there, guys? Huh? What percent are we at now? If you got to be 100%, after you hear 2-3 minutes, damn, 2-3 minutes. Guys with radios to communicate with, hand signals, people in place, supposed to be in place. 2-3 minutes. Noodle water boiling, seasoning packet untucked. You know, oh no, I don't want to throw the spiciness in there. No, I'm not gonna throw that extra packet in there. Leave that alone. No. Leave a little extra water in there. Blow the noodles. Put a little extra egg in there. Time to do that. Or maybe it's a coincidence. I think the J stands for Jussie. I'll tell you what that means before I get out of here, though. Let's do this. 2-3 minutes. 2-3 minutes.
Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at.
And he's not lying. If he's talking about this guy, because these are the only pictures we see, even though we heard it was like a two-man teams. If he's looking at these guys, because he said top of the barn, these guys are at top of the barn. If these guys were looking at him, and this was a Secret Service, and they did say that the Secret Service, it was a Secret Service sniper that got the guy. We're not even going to throw his name out there. Love, what are you laughing at? Call in. 313-825-5557. Don't just laugh. I want to hear it. You got one of the best laughs in the business, damn it. You know it. But yeah, he's pointing to this picture right here is of the guy that we've seen in all the videos that looks up like, what? And then clunks him. That's how close he was. He ain't even have to sight in. He ain't have to take no wind adjustment. He ain't have to even exhale his breath. He looked up and said, what? Plunk. It's damn near like he had the gun set up right there on that position. Honestly, when you're looking at the video. Seriously, when you're looking at, Smollett. The J stands for Jussie. Smollett. Call in 313-825-5557. I want to hear from you.
Really?
I'm doing your laundry. Don't be trying to see in the comments. She be looking like a ride or die in the comments. But off them comments, let me tell you what. She's Mrs. I Ain't Cooking Tonight. That's her nickname. Mrs. I Ain't Cooking Tonight. No time for calls. She's Mrs. I'm doing your laundry. Mrs. I Ain't Cooking Tonight. Oh, man.
Is ever gonna control me.
Hold on.
No creature on earth, except for my dog, is ever gonna control me.
That's her attitude. The only person that controls her in that house is Django. Yep.
Don't got time to research about no fucking aliens or angels.
We don't, but we got a little time to, but like I said, this is the guy we're talking about. You guys seen the video. He peeks his head up, puts his head down, but he don't even put his eye all the way back down. He just clunks it. Like it was automatic, like the NBA rims with the magnets in it. It's like, buddy. And if you look at the shooter, the quote unquote alleged shooters, well, alleged, he was there. They found him. He was the one crawling on the roof, unless they did a whole bunch. That's a whole different controversy. We're not even gonna go there. But look, he could have had a magnet in that head because he did. He had a Rihanna, but he's a boy. You can't be a boy with a Rihanna forehead. That's just not right.
First of all, don't argue.
Superwoman. I ain't cooking.
This is the lowest I've been so far.
Mrs. I ain't cooking tonight. Mrs. I ain't cooking tonight. All right, let me play this video.
At that roof, just standing there like this, and next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
He's pissed off. 2-3 minutes. begging officers. And guess what? I saw the video earlier, and I don't know if he's the one in there like talking, but you can see, the video is so close. Now, I understand, but these iPhones zoom but so far. Those Androids zoom in but so damn far. And it looked like they were. And when this guy here explains it, he says that he was back there near those buildings that the shooter was capped off on. He said he was about 50 yards away from him, not even 50 feet away from him. And in the video, you can see him inching his way up. Now, listen to this whole thing, because you already hear this, man. You hear these witnesses. You heard from Mrs. Zito. You heard that she goes to these rallies. That's what she does. She recognized that, today ain't right. He's turning his head left and right. He's turning his head left and right. He's turning his head right. He's shot. A doctor said it's my first time going to this to these things. Oh, I'm sorry. Mrs. Zito says that, hey, also he had a chart up there and he was talking about the immigration chart, and that's weird because he doesn't ever do charts. It's the first time I've seen a chart at one of his rallies. Boom. Next witness, the doctor that took care of one of the victims of the shooter, goes, hey, listen, I was there. I said I was a doctor. They didn't believe me, obviously, because they don't think educated people could be Trump fans. You are effing racist, guys. MAGAs are racist against their own.
Don't argue.
That was a little pettiness there, but still. He says that he was there, and he said the shots fired right after President Trump had made an indication had drawn everybody's attention to that said chart that Mrs. Zito said never, ever, ever happens at a rally. This guy here, I'm sorry, I do not have his name right now. There is a name on there. I don't have it. We're watching. He's saying 2 or 3 minutes. I'm saying that's enough to make a hot pocket, noodles, and pour yourself a cold glass of something cold. You can pour yourself a warm glass and make it cold in that time. I'm not going to do the don't argue thing anymore. I'm not. But I'm going to do that. And I'm going to let the children say. And I'm going to hit horns. And I'm going to hit applause. Because we haven't really done that today. And I think we're going here. Kato, are you agreeing with these coincidences that I'm talking about? Or are you agreeing with Love not being Superwoman, a.k.a. Love, a.k.a. Mrs. I ain't cooking tonight?
I can't control it, okay? It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad.
I can't. All right, here we go. More.
You're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see.
And I agree with that. From the way that he was facing as he slithered up, it would have been hard to see him. He was wearing a little camouflage, muted in, and trying to lock his clothing and camouflage with the building. He was also lurking in. From that up front posture, it might have been hard to see, but hell, you've already had 2 or 3 minutes of people telling law enforcement agents in the area, pointing to the guy said that the Secret Service sniper already had scopes and binoculars on his group, and he knows that he's being looked at in binoculars and gesturing to that man's position that's trying to take out President Trump, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. Are we not? I'm sorry. Are we just we're not gonna question any of this? She's agreeing I'm Superwoman. Okay. There you go. That's for you guys. Mrs. I ain't cooking tonight.
Meanwhile in Florida.
Be careful though. It's spicy.
Yeah. Is that what we're doing? Huh. All right. More.
But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
Oh, because you know what? That would have just been the natural order of things. Let's just have the Secret Service watches. Yeah. It's not easy. It wasn't easy for that man to get on that roof. There should have been a team right there. on the last building, looking at all the buildings in front of them, at least, if you didn't want to use that. But they had enough officers for a team to be on that building, specifically with the positioning that it was in, that gave such an advantageous a shot for. Listen, there's been reports that the guy who shot Trump, which we're not even going to throw his name out there. Not yet. We'll go into this more on Thursday. But they said that he was part of a shooting club. All right. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, so take this with a grain of salt. I will research it, come back Thursday, and then I will refer to this moment right here in time and space. And then I will tell you guys for real, if it's true or not. Anyway, they said when in high school, this MF, and this is the reason why I kind of believe it, because they've already showed this MF's graduation. They've already showed somebody that had went to school with him that was just taking like little Instagram reels talking about how weird he was in school. And there was some other guys that have already been interviewed saying that, hey, he was, you know, we're not surprised. He was one of those types that we kind of figured didn't have it all. This is all from the witnesses and everything that has been reported on this liberal media all day today that I haven't been watching, but I kind of been watching. Just saying. I haven't been watching like focused in on it, but I've been picking up these things, guys.
Defense attorneys have proposed asking for if they
I'm getting wound up here.
People from New Jersey.
Right? So this is one of Trump's peoples, and he's questioning why in the hell is this going on. I would suggest anybody, Trump's peoples or Trump's not peoples, I think we all should be questioning what the hell is going on here. You know? Something is amiss. Something's amiss there. I like saying it that way. Something is amiss. Like I said before, Secret Service, their goal is to be 100%. Being 99% means they failed because 1% equals their man not going home. Big Mac 1's life was in jeopardy. And we're looking at so many things that could have been stopped and so many discrepancies by none other than the United States Secret Service. And I am telling you guys, I would like to be on some Easy E, Ice Cube, NWA, F the police. Secret Service is definitely one of the first police agencies. Well, I think it's Marshal Service. But one of the first agencies, law enforcement agencies, is Secret Service. And for them to be slacking like this at this date and time, with, as you've been watching the news also, that this violent rhetoric that's been going on between the two groups, although I've only seen one group that mainly sticks to that violent rhetoric that allows, that instructs his rally goers to find and point out people who are anti his group, punch them, and he will give them free bail.
You don't gotta clap at everything.
I mean, you know what I mean? But still they're saying that's just hypocrisy. We might be going into that on Thursday, but alas, this is where we are. Fan supporter of Trump being interviewed and is incredulous with the Secret Service protection that was given to Donald Trump. Is this a coincidence? Let's go.
Why is there not Secret Service on all?
Shout out to me for learning how to put stuff in slow-mo.
I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, I mean, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh, yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Yeah,
okay,
that's what
just
happened.
Be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely.
Yo, his body language, tone, and attitude tells me that this MF is 100% certain of what he saw, even though he's probably drinking, that looks like, I don't know, is that a Coors? He came on the interview with his beer in hand, but he's respectful because he got the koozie on there. So you don't know. That could be a Diet Coke. That could be a Crystal Pepsi from 1993. Or it could be a Coors. Or some type of IPA. I'm looking at his facial hair. He might have like an IPA there because the mustache. Never mind.
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
He's 100%
You saw
sure.
that
That's all
happen?
I'm trying to say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it.
I saw that picture. I was going to put that picture in this video, but I was like, no, because the guy is literally dead, and YouTube be funny about shit like that.
It's over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there.
He's incredibly shocked because he's from Europe, but he don't understand. This is America. We know what this shooting be like, and it's sad. It is sad, but for him to be so matter of fact and just so direct in his interview actually just leads a little bit more credit to what he's saying. It just, I believe him.
You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
I wish that the cameraman would have
other
pointed
than he
around
was
to the
in
roof, but he's stuck there.
Muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
He saw the rifle as they were trying to crawl. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. He did say that the Secret Service couldn't see, but if the Secret Service was on the highest building and he was still crawling like below the angle of the building, and I would think that gun would pop up. And I would think with those scopes, they would be able to see a little movement on those buildings. And I think that they would be looking in the surrounding trees and on top of those buildings when they're scanning their environment for them to be... Even with being alerted, even with civilians that were there trying to attempt to alert local law enforcement for 2 to 3 moments, that's crazy. Also, at this time, Donald Trump was supposed to have another speaker on stage, and the speaker who actually did an interview that exact day, I forget his name, but he said, hey, Donald Trump was motioned to me and asking if he wanted to speak, and he was going to let me up to speak, but he was like, no, he's going to continue his speech, and then I was going to come up. Of course he had to continue speech. You want to know why? Because he had to be shot at. That's the deal. Is that a coincidence? I'm just pointing out coincidences here. That's all. I'm not saying that I am right. I know I put proof in there, and that's what I believe it to be. I believe this shit is indicating to some fuckery. And, if you disagree, I got comments. I got call-ins. And we always got Thursday.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. No, I mean, it was a rifle of some sort.
He was disrespected there. It's not a gun. That was a rifle. There's a difference between a gun and a rifle. If this man knows that, I'm fucking with him.
Wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it, but...
Sure.
And I like his attitude.
But a high velocity weapon.
It was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man.
That's a good question.
I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof.
And honestly, let me take it back just that couple of seconds, because let me tell you, when I'm watching this, this is what I get. This is the impression that I get from this man. Like I said before, he is a fan and a supporter of Donald Trump. He is incredulous at the fact that he was trying to stop the attempted assassination plot and that he was totally ignored. He also wanted to know why there wasn't proper security there that we all know that of just the basics of how Secret Service and those snipers operate. There has never been a time where there hasn't been multiple sniper teams, where all of those high-level areas, those high areas above a president that's speaking outdoors, all of that shit would be covered. And he's incredulous, just like I'm incredulous. Now, we're incredulous by 2 different reasons. I'm incredulous because I know that, like I said before, and I keep saying, the Secret Service operates at 100%, not 99%. So when I see them... so 99% is definitely going to alert me, but when I see more and more mistakes, aka coincidences that take them down in my eyes to damn near 88%, shit, 7 with the 2-3 minutes, like that's like 24% in my book would drop me. 2 to 3 minutes to react to something, like that's a 0. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm incredulous, because they did that, and I know Secret Service doesn't make mistakes. And I see a lot of coincidences, and I don't believe in all those damn coincidences without some fuckery going afoot. That's why I'm here with it. This guy here is a supporter, and it hasn't clicked with him yet. Maybe he might watch this and be like, well, damn, that could be a possibility too. He's more upset with the security that was provided in the Secret Service. because he's seeing it as a lapse. He's seeing it as a failure to protect the president properly. And I'm seeing it as there are no mistakes when it comes to that organization. Let's wrap up with Joe Biden.
Is crawling up the roof.
So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to him tonight.
All right, so I'm pausing right now. I'm about to wrap up with you guys, and I got a couple more things, but we'll be quick. All right, so Joe Biden was responding to all of this Saturday night, and this is what we heard him speak. He's basically saying that, you know, all of this nonsense needs to stop. The violence needs to stop. There's no way that, attempted, someone being shot at is anything that we should be doing in America. And he's saying everything he should be saying as president of the United States. But before he leaves the press conference, he gets a question. Now, I am still in conspiracy mode. All right. Okay. Because we kind of know how these government operations work. A question was shouted out. Okay. And Joe Biden answered that question, responded to that question. Now, we know when people, if he's going to speak and he's not going to answer any, he might say at the end, I'm going to take questions, or they know that he's going to take questions at the end. But usually he speaks, boom, and he walks off. And as he's walking off, they start to yell questions. Sometimes before they're about to walk off, he yells questions, just like this is about to happen now. But usually in times, the president would ignore those questions and keep walking. Joe Biden decides to answer this question. So I don't know if this was a question that Joe Biden wanted to answer. Well, obviously, he starts to answer it. But I don't know if this question was kind of like a plant question, or if it was just out of pure curiosity from the reporter. But check it out.
Thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to him tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination?
And right there, as I said that, and I'm telling you, this just came up in my head just now as we're talking, because I've watched this video probably 3 times already, and I just said that, and as I say that, when he's saying thank you, good night, he scans the room and he looks over directly in the direction of where the question is coming from. So guys, right there, do you guys think that's a coincidence, or do you think he knew he was going to get that question?
Y'all don't got to clap at everything.
I'm just saying. Let me hit play.
Nation attempt?
Look at that. That's a slight no, guys.
I don't.
Remember, a couple weeks ago, I became a uncertified body language expert. So I threw this in there because, honestly, I do believe that he is saying no, or there's more. He has a better answer to this question than he's willing to give the public. And I think if it was a question of saying, yes, this was, and he's calling it just like we were supposed to see it as an assassination attempt, then I think he would be like, yes, and we're trying to get to the bottom of this and see who else was involved and blah, 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 blah. The fact that he, and we know Biden, but this wasn't a regular Biden, This was a dude fighting his inner demons to say what was really on his mind. Let me take it back just a little bit before we conclude this episode of That's my R&B voice. Yeah. All right, let me play it.
Assassination attempt? Was it an assassination attempt?
Here we go.
And I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think there was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough to. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried for president safety? With the security?
Yeah, that was in this. It's like a little flush toilet bowl thing that I go on now. But as you guys can see, like you saw, you effing synced. I can do this. Look at that. I threw that live chat up there like that just for you guys. But like you guys got to see, so I know when I post that 6-minute video, it really doesn't have any context. It has a crazy little title on there, and you're like this. That's why I decided that, hey, I know that I'm putting this out there because I just want to put this out there, but I am definitely coming to double back live and explain exactly. I'm going to put this shit in context for you, and that's what I just did. I took my 6-minute video and I turned it into probably like what? How long have I been on here? Damn near an hour and 15. I be telling Love that I need a half hour, and here I am at an hour and 15 minutes. Insane. Like I said, episodes. I am Mo 3 times. I think that Donald J. Trump's middle name stands for Jussie, and that is how I'm going to end this show right now. I'm going to explain to you how I came to the, All right, so we all know that Jussie Smollett was caught lying about this is MAGA country. All right. The reason why I put him on there is to honor myself. I honor myself because me and a friend were talking about this. And at the time, remember, the knee-jerk reaction from everybody was, oh, my God, I can't believe it. They called him the F word, and they called him a slur, and they were wearing MAGA hats, and they put a noose around his neck, and I can't believe this for the LGBTQ community. And I said he's lying. And Love looked at me, and Love looked at me. She looked at me, and she shot daggers, and she thought I was being like phobic. She thought I was being phobic, but I'm not phobic. I fear nothing, except for nothing. I fear nothing. So I'm not no phobic. I don't got no phobias or anything. What I do have is eyes and ears, and I can hear shit, and I've observed shit, and I know a couple things. I know that somebody that's on a hit TV show would never, ever leave their apartment, and I don't give a flying F. Because if I'm going to get Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's because I've been drinking, I've been partying, and now I want something to eat so I can eat, give me a little waters, and go to sleep. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm not going on. And first of all, when it happened, I was in New Jersey. We had feet of snow. So I know Chicago was cold. They were going through what we call a polar vortex at the time. Chicago normally at the time this happened is extremely cold. And they're at that time in temperature, plus with a polar vortex on there. And you're telling me that there's 2 white guys walking around Chicago at 2 o'clock in the morning wearing MAGA hats in the freezing cold. Who's wearing a ball cap in the freezing cold? You don't got the toboggan over your ears. You don't got the thing with the little ball on top. You don't got a hoodie on top of a hoodie on top of with a Scully with a hoodie on top of that with a hoodie on with a fucking shiesty on. Seriously? And this is MAGA country, and then called him an F word, bro. We don't even use the F word no more. I'm going to tell you this. The LGBT community has been so great at combating the word. I couldn't see anybody saying that word without getting immediately put in the handcuffs. They've done a great job policing the hell out of that word. We need to conference with them, get some words taken off that list as well. I say this because everybody was looking at me like I was so evil, and I was like, yo, honestly, and I'm giving them the facts. Just like I'm telling you what, like, people are looking at me crazy with this Trump thing right now, and I may be wrong. And I said this with Jussie. I was like, I may be wrong. However, the way I'm looking at this shit just don't look right. Nobody's going to. I'm on Empire, and I'm going to order from Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to go walk there. And then, hold on. Then I'm going to get accosted by 2 men in the street that's wearing MAGA hats in sub-freezing degree weather. And they're wearing baseball caps. Oh, and by the way, they just happen to have a noose. They recognized me. They recognized me at 2 o'clock in the morning because I guess I was wearing my baseball cap walking around on polar vortex, and I wasn't shiestied up and hoodied up and scarf over my face, but they still recognized me. And then they put a noose around my neck and then threw bleach on me. And they're carrying around bleach at 2 o'clock in the morning. Come on. I don't know if these people had, because I just know that when I said all this, Love was extremely mad at me. It was extremely mad. I wish I had my podcast back then, because I would have been on the forefront. I would have been on the forefront. They would have been like, damn, yeah. But I was telling my homeboy, and my homeboy was like, yo, you can't say that. I was like, yo, bro, on real, you know he's guilty. And me and him go back and forth about everything. And I was like, yo, bro, you know he's guilty as fuck, bro. Come on, bro. That shit don't sound right. Just like this right now. Ipso facto, that's why the J in Donald Trump's middle name stands for Jussie.
Many people know him as the Jump Out Boys in their city.
Shout out to the Jump Out gals that was in there today with me. I appreciate you guys. Love, love. Caro. Again and again. Yeah, this is me. I'm on 3 times. This is talking shit, getting clicks. This is actually the me episodes. This ain't no we episodes. I don't even know why I even had the live chat going or the phones up or anything, because I didn't. This was all about me right now. But on Thursday, I will definitely be back with the we episodes. These joints. And that's when we all come in here and we talk shit and we get clicks, because that's just what we do. That's right. Thursday night, we got a call in and everything. 313-825-5557. I'm on 3 times. This is the me episodes on the Talking Shit, Getting Clicks YouTube channel. If you like this, please hit like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. And please hit the alerts, because I do stuff like this all the time. I just pop up live just to talk that shit. And if you get the alerts on, you'll know. And if you don't, then you won't know. And then we'll all be both butt cheeks out like Prince. All right, see you guys later. Peace. Give him some music or something. Damn, let the children sing. Hit the air horn. Applause. Damn, bro. What are you doing?
I can't control it, okay? It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand it. It makes me very sad.